Hello everyone! Today we're out on Timbergold Trails, and if you've been watching the Finding Wall Hanger series, you'll realize that we already shot a bighorn sheep, so you're probably wondering why we're out here again trying to find another bighorn sheep. Well, in this video, we're going to look for a trophy sheep. Not just a wall hanger, we're going to have a trophy wall hanger. Now, for this series, we're going to be tracking down trophy wall hangers, whether we call them in or sneak up on them. And I'm only going to be using the Carbon Recurve or the Camo Pulsar compound bow. Alright guys, so we've been searching for a monster bighorn sheep for probably 2 or 3 hours now, and we haven't had any luck at all until right now. We just found a giant bighorn sheep, and he's right there. He's actually in a pretty good situation here. Wow. I forgot what they look like. It's been so long since I actually saw... Oh, that was the tree he was by. Yeah, that's about right. So he's about 215 meters away. Anyways, it's been so long since I actually saw a 160 plus ram. I don't even know. We did this hunt three times already. We restarted. Hunted almost the entire map. And I'll show you. We started here, hunted all the way over to this tent, hunted all the way through here, checked both tunnels. This is the third reset now, and I've killed over 20, 25, 150 rams, 140 rams, but I just can't find even a 150 plus right now. But for sure a 160 we just found, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. Alright, so we have a pretty good wind. The wind is blowing right at him, but as long as we're to the side of him, the wind should blow right past him and he might not be able to smell us. Oh my god. We just found another giant. So I think this one might be even bigger. The question is, which one should we go for? Didn't really get a good look at the first one. And I don't really see the first one right now. There's a possibility this could be the first one right here. What a giant. Alright, I made up my mind. We're going after this one. This one might even be a 180s. He is pretty massive. Yep. We're going after this one. Wow. So I'd like to at least get a track on him, or a spot on him, so I know which track is his. But I do know that he's trotting. So if we can find a trotting track right there, most likely it's going to be his. Alright, so we're going to put some sun illuminator on. Finally, I can't even believe it, we finally have a monster bighorn. Now the track actually that's in my hunter mate right now, that's just a female. So there was a female headed this direction, and pretty much just started heading that way. So a ram just called right here. I don't think that's the one that we're tracking. No, it's not. But I'm not sure if they're going to start fighting here pretty soon. I see horns. Yes! Oh my god, you guys, this is the other big one. No way. We got a perfect wind too. And we're right in range of 2 rams. Actually, one of them's a monster, and there's a little one here too. So if we can get to this little rock right here, we should get a good shot. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to start fighting, and that's what that call sound is. So there's the young one. I knew I saw two of them. Let's get a range on him so we can find out whether or not he's in range or not. So that's 40 right there. He's about 40 meters. If we can get to this big rock here, should be about 30. We can definitely take a shot from there. Alright, so hopefully we can climb up this rock. Right there's a small one. Now where's that big one? Yeah, the small one's coming right to us. But I don't know where the big one is. Is that him? No, that's the small one. Where is the big one? Is that him? Here he comes, guys. Here he comes. He's going to be about 25 meters away. It's a bad angle. We got to go prone. Oh! Had a perfect shot, too. Okay, they're fighting. Wow. This is intense. So we're going to check the wind one more time. Perfect wind. And he's 30 meters away, so all he has to do is step out and we can take the shot. Right there, right there. Here we go, guys. Oh my god, we're drawing back. Perfect! We just smashed him! We just drilled a giant ram with the Carbon Recurve at about 25 meters away. And we're searching for one for the last 2.5 hours. That was so cool. That should have been a solid hit. Okay, so he was a little bit closer than I thought. I think we hit him right in the front shoulder. I didn't realize he was so close. I ranged him for about 30, but here you can see he's only 22. So, that's alright. We're going to give him about 15 minutes. So, 30. At about 13:40, we're going to start crouch tracking him. And then, we're going to go over and track the other one that we saw too, the other monster 160s. Because we weren't hunting this whole time for nothing. We're going to go get that other one too. And if we get 2 160 pluses, we're going to put them both up in our trophy lodge. I can't even believe it. We just drilled that monster bighorn. So the shot looked a little bit low, to be honest. It didn't look like it hit shoulder blade. It looked like it hit right where the heart was. It must have hit maybe a little bit far back or something. But at 23 meters or 25 meters, whatever we are, it should have been perfect. Because I was aiming for the 30. I was aiming right on the heart for 30. And I don't know if because the wind was blowing back at us, it dropped the arrow a little bit. I think that's what happened, to be honest. So we don't want to track him too much right now. We're definitely going to give him plenty of time to lay down. Because it sucks tracking these things, especially out in this territory. So we're going to mark where that other one was trotting before. And he was headed sort of in this direction here. It possibly could be the same one and he could have circled back and kind of cut back this way. But I kind of doubt it because I saw this one way over here at first. and he was alone, or he was one female. And then when I got over here, I saw one way over here, and he was in a group of 2 or 3 males. So that's why I'm thinking that we got another male. I think there's 2 big males, and we'll find out here very shortly. Alright guys, so it's been about 10 game minutes now, and so we're going to start tracking this thing. He definitely should have enough time to kind of calm down. He should be laying down by now. So even if we did kick him up, he shouldn't jump up, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so that's pretty good. We have 2 signs of blood tracks so far. Alright, some more blood. That's a good sign. Alright guys, after quite a bit of tracking, actually if you look at the X's here, it looks like he went straight, but he actually cut at the last minute and pretty much died right up on this hill here. But it took me I always started tracking this thing at 13:41, and it's been a good 15 minutes of trying to track around and see which way this thing went. And look at where it died on this hill. You almost couldn't see it. You could run past this thing 100 times and you would not see this thing. Look at that. So that's why it helps to have really good tracking for these things, because you could run right past it and you would never see it. But we found him, and he is definitely a trophy. Wow. So let's pick him up and see what he scores. So we shot him at 24.3 meters and we hit him in the body, and he scores 160.8. So there's our 160 plus RAM. Finally. And I don't know about you, but that looks like a heart shot to me. Wow, so the wind really pushed it that much lower. Yeah, so the wind was pushing at us, and it actually dropped our arrow about an inch right below the heart. If it would have been an inch higher, it would have been a perfect shot. But we still got him, and that's all that matters. And that is an awesome picture. Alright guys, well we finally got our 160 plus monster bighorn sheep, and I can't wait to put him on the wall. But there's another one, I think, and we're gonna go try and get him as well. Alright guys, so in fact there actually was another giant bighorn sheep, and we just spotted him. He's right there. I had a feeling that there was 2 of them, because there's no way that that one could have got there as fast as he actually did. So we're going to mark him, and he's out there at 240 meters. You know what? Let's try and take him out. 240 meters. And he's down. We just shot a giant at 240 meters. Alright, here he is down right here. Now I would have loved to take him with the recurve carbon, but it's getting pretty late. And we already took him with the carbon recurve, so I'm happy about that. And we made a pretty far shot, so I think it was pretty cool that we took a far shot. So let's pick him up and see what he scores. Shot him at 238.1 meters, and he scores 166.4. So that's pretty awesome. We're going to hang both of them up on the lodge, and we're going to put them side by side, because that was one heck of a hunt. And that was probably one of the furthest shots I've ever made too, with any rifle actually. I think like 230 meters might be the furthest, but 238 that's out there. Alright, so I think we're going to use this for our trophy shot. Big ol' ram. And we shot one with the carbon recurve and one with the 308 carbon. And let's accept it and mount it. Yeah, like I said, it's getting pretty late. And by pretty late, I mean it's 3 o'clock in the morning right now. So I would have loved to shoot him with a recurve, but it just would have taken way too long. And we had a perfect position to take a nice long range shot. We were up there on top of that mountain. Way up there. And that was a perfect shot. He went down. Alright, well let's go head over to the trophy lodge and go take a look at our 2 monster rams that we just shot. Alright guys, so here we are back at the trophy lodge, and here are our 2 monster bighorn sheep that we finally found. It took a lot of time to try and find, even to find a 160 plus. It just took forever. But we finally found them, and it was definitely worth it. The one on the right's the one that we shot with the recurve. That was awesome. We snuck into position, got a nice shot on him. We hit a little bit low, but he still went down. It was a little bit risky at first. Once we started losing some blood, I didn't really know if we were going to find it or not. And started doing some circles, and there's no way, even if you want to try and find a dead body out there, you're not going to find him because it's just so thick. And especially you could see how he died. So the way that we actually found him is we basically backtracked him. I went back about 3 tracks and decided that maybe he would have cut off one of those tracks instead of him keep going straight. He actually cut, and I was right, and there he was laying there dead as could be. And that was our first trophy bighorn sheep that we took with the recurve bow. And then the one on the left is the one that we shot in the end. Actually, I saw them both in the same, well, they weren't in the same group, but they were about maybe 150 meters apart. And so we ended up finding the track that, well, I found a track that I thought might have been him, but there was two max weight bighorn sheep tracks, and they were kind of headed in the same direction. So we popped up over this ledge, and I saw a little one way down in the valley, and just off to the left I saw this monster, and he was about 238 meters away, and he was just standing there. So I figured we might as well just take him out with the 308 carbon. It was getting late at night, and we made a perfect shot, 238 meter lung shot, dropped him right there, and that was it. Alright, so that worked out pretty awesome, and I think we're going to be doing a couple more of these videos now. So now we need to see what the next trophy is going to be. So I think that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.